own it. Blast it to 10, then keep going. There ain't no coasting. I never settled on play. Putting the camera in flame. I go 100 all day.
Okay. Surprise. Didn't think we were going to make it in for this one. Having internet issues in our neighborhood, but guess what? We're here. Well, I guess I'm here. The rest of the crew is tied up, but welcome to Spa. As qualifying just finishing up here, as we've got a few drivers out on track putting in some times, looking to get some laps in here in the rain, it looks like. So we'll quickly get to that here shortly as qualifying finishes up, and looks like our drivers are getting ready to head out to the grid. So we'll see if we can load in here quickly and catch the we'll catch the qualifying standings if we can. I'm not sure because we're loading in late here if we'll be able to pull them up. Well, we'll see what we can do here with the limited amount of time that we've got going for us here tonight. So let's quickly take a look at what we got for the qualifying standings, if we can bring them up. And we got them. I just got to get back to the beginning here. So we see Evan Henneman on pole with a 2:43.5. Kevin Zhu in an occupied second spot, 6/10 back of him. And then we've got Mark Miller in third. Philip Adams is going to start fourth. Craig Ream in fifth. Kenny Teal is going to start sixth. Craig Tester in seventh. Chris Diaz in eighth. Brian's in ninth. Andrew McMurray starting 10th on this one. We get to Jason Estevez in 11th. Roman Bykov in 12th. Jay Warren's going to start 13th on the field. Kevin Mead in 14th. And then in 15th, we find Dylan Furlong. He'll have Greg Brockway beside him in 16th spot. 17th spot goes to Vincent Wood. 18th to Justin Atchison. Then we're going to get into our drivers who did not set time. We'll quickly scroll through them as they're basically going to just start on the back of the field based on their iRacing iRating. So we see here the drivers joining up into starting positions here. Looks like we've got a short pace lap. So while they're lining up, let's see if we can quickly go through our sponsors for this season here. Well, the crew is starting to run out their pace lap. We will quickly take a look at who we got here. First up is going to be Jay Cooper Electric, one of our racers. John Cooper. Jay Cooper Electric, for all your electrical services and beyond. We provide a wide array of electrical services, but we don't stop there. We help plan and execute all your electrical needs. Jay Cooper Electric, find their link in the description below. And next up we have new for this season, GITGUD Racing. One-on-one coaching or self-directed courses. GITGUD Racing has what you need to improve your iRacing skills. Worked with hundreds of students, all of whom seen improvements right from the first section. I take pride in my knack for breaking down complex ideas and issues. GITGUD Racing, then you'll find their information in the description below. We'll get to the rest of the sponsors a little later on because we are green. Evan Henneman going to lead them around into turn one in the blue and black Ferrari. Looks like Mark Miller going to move up a spot into P2. Evan gets a little loose heading into that corner. As you can see, it is rainy and wet out there. Although it looks like the rain has stopped, but our racers are dealing with a damp track out there this evening. So we'll see who's able to adapt to the changing positions quickly out here tonight. But right now, Evan leading them away. It's the top three looking to break away, followed by Craig Ream and Kenny Teal in a pair of BMWs here. Craig in the yellow and blue BMW to the inside. Then we got Craig Tester, excuse me, Kenny Teal in the all blue BMW. He's going to have the inside here now, trying to hold off Craig Ream. Looks like they're going to touch and rub a little bit. That's going to push Craig out onto the bumper. Tester going to try and make a move around Ream now. Gonna go up on the curve. That's a difficult, tricky area to try and make a pass here. The cars get very loose up on the curbing. Looks like Tester going to fall back a spot now as Christopher Diaz is going to try and take advantage of Craig Tester having to pull back on the throttle up in the curb. See Tester up in the curb again, getting a little loose as they can gather it up. A pair of Porsches managed to sneak by him without any contact. So far so good for our field here. We've got it's like 34 cars made the grid here tonight, and everybody seems to be still running at this point in time. As we're on board now with Justin Atchison in the blue and yellow BMW. He is battling Brian Lemke in that multicolored BMW beside him. Brian trying to make the move around the outside. He's going to get that. Justin's going to try and tuck in behind him. It's a battle for 15th spot. Lemke now up 7 spots early on in this one, moving quickly through the field here. He's got Paul Langer up ahead in that red Lamborghini. Paulo's going to try and pull Lemke off as long as he can. Looks like Paulo really loose out there. I'm not sure if he's start this one on dry tires or not, but that Lambo does not seem very happy with the wet track conditions as it stands right now. Take a look farther up our field at Mark Miller. Looks like something happened to Mark Miller. He's slowing on the field. Just lost about 3 spots. Could be serving a slowdown, but that's going to cost him. He's going to move back behind Brian Zinn into 7th spot. Looks like Mark Miller going to duck into the pits. It's unfortunate for him. He had a strong start early on in this one. I don't see any real damage on the car, but so he could be coming in, as you see. Looks like Austin Diltz is in the pits there too as well. Something happened to Austin. We'll see if we can pick that up in a little bit. We'll go back to the action here now as Andrew Murray in this Taco Bell Ferrari machine. Up 2 spots on the day as it stands. Andrew up 2 spots into 8. Hey, Paulo could have the secret sauce out there. Dry tires could have been the way. Coming in here late, I didn't see what the track conditions were, but it's like Philip Adams now taking over top spot. He's gotten around Evan ahead of him in our pole sitter. Evan now sitting 1.1 seconds back of Philip Adams. Kenny Teal managed to get himself up into 3rd spot, up 3 spots on the day so far. Nice showing for Kenny right now. We'll see if he's able to hold on to that. He's getting a lot of pressure from Christopher Diaz in 4th spot, followed by Craig Ream, Brian Zinn, and Roman Bykoff. A tight battle here. That's for 5th position. Craig Ream leading around that battle. Roman Bykoff putting a lot of pressure on the back of Zinn's BMW. See if Roman in the pink Pepto Mean car can pressure Brian in his BMW up it. Oh, Zinn gets loose. Tail wags it. Bykoff manages to sneak by Zinn. Coming across back the track. Oh, he's going to stop in the middle of the track. He gets it off just in time before the rest of the field comes around, but that's going to cost him. It's going to drop him all the way back into 15th right now. Greg Brockway's going to try and make it 16th, but Zinn gets back on the go pedal. He'll salvage that one, down 6 spots on the day now. Check back in with Paul Langer. Paulo up 8 spots on the day now. That Lambo still not looking happy in the wet conditions though. He's got Brian Lemke still trying to put the pressure on the back of Langer here now. Let's see if Paulo is able to start legging out away from generally the mid-motor cars are a little happier in the rain conditions than the front motor BMW or Mercedes, but the BMW is showing strong so far in this one as we see Craig Ream off in the grass, losing many positions. He needs to get that back on the asphalt as soon as he can. Craig dropping all the way back into 15th now, possibly might lose a couple more spots heading into the braking section here. See if Justin Atchison's able to make the move. Craig's going to hold him off now, but Nick Blair making the move in around Justin Atchison. That's going to move Nick up 7 spots into 16th position. Justin now going to have to try and hold off Kevin Zoo, and that Rambo Kevin gets the run around the outside. See that BMW getting squirrely. That's what I mentioned. The BMW is generally not happy in the rain. Not a whole lot of weight over the back end of that car. You get heavy onto the throttle in the rain, and the BMW doesn't like that. Oh no. Did iRacing just drop the server? I think iRacing just dropped our server here. Let's see if we can get back in. This has been a known issue with iRacing and rain in hosted sessions, where it has been dropping the service. So we'll see here if we can quickly get back in once it resets us. We'll just go to a short pause here and see what we can do. Okay, we're back again. We've managed to get back in. Let's see if we can pick this one back up where we were. As we follow Brian Zinn again battling with Roman Bykov. Last we saw these two, Zinn just got loose, went off track. Bykov got around him, so something's happened with Roman in the interim, which has allowed Zinn to get back around him. But as I mentioned, as we lost connection with iRacing, it's been an ongoing issue with iRacing since they introduced rain with the hosted and league sessions. It's been well known and documented that random packet losses and disconnects, they've been kicking out many cars for no reason. So it seems as they still haven't got that fixed. But we're carrying on. Let's see if we can find a battle going on here. We got Jason Estevez battling with Andrew McMurray in the Taco Bell machine. A couple Ferraris battling it out with Mark Miller lurking in behind in that purple and blue BMW. We saw Mark having to pit early on to deal with possibly some damage. Could be some suspension issues. I didn't really see a whole lot of damage on the front end of the car, so possibly had some suspension issues with a bump with somebody. But back on track, currently occupying 17th position. See if Mark's able to move his way back up through the field. Check back in now as Zinn and Bykov have got up to the back of Lemke. They're going to battle for 11th spot just outside of the top 10, which is held by Dylan Furlong in that black and gray Porsche just ahead of Lemke.
Nice save, Spencer.
Roman up tight on the back of Brian Zinn's bumper. So he's going to try and make it around the long way here into turn number 1. Zinn's going to hold him off. Bykov's going to go wide. Zinn will get the run to that BMW looking loose under power. Kevin Zhu and Craig Ream looking not too far back of the battle of this. So you jump on board with Craig Tester as you see Jay Warren making a move around the outside. Jay Warren's going to move up into 5th spot, up 21 spots on the day so far for Jay Warren. A nice little run for him, but just up ahead of him, Christopher Diaz up 24 spots into P4. A couple of movers and shakers so far in this one. 27 minutes left to go. Still a ways away from the pit window here for our drivers, but running slower laps in the rain. Drivers are running about 2:45 minutes. Generally in the drive we see GT3s in around 2:17, 2:18 at the high end. So significant fuel savings out there. I'm not sure if anyone will be able to save enough fuel to no pit it, as it could be fairly tight, but who knows, you run slow enough laps or you manage to stay tucked in behind somebody long enough, you might be able to save enough fuel to make it to home with no stop and gain valuable positions. But see Kenny Teal here starting to feel a little bit of pressure from Christopher Diaz. As mentioned, Diaz up 24 spots on the day. He's put in some rain practice here, I'd assume, but looking strong so far, trying to put some pressure on Kenny Teal as for final spot on the podium, P3. So see up front, Philip Adams starting to stretch out his legs here. Now opened up 10 seconds over Evan Henneman. Philip, strong showing here tonight. Evan with another 5 seconds over Kenny Teal in 3rd spot. And then that's where we find that battle between Teal and Diaz. Let's go back a little farther. Chad Sosnowski up 17 spots on the day. Let's get Kevin Mead just ahead of him. A couple Porsches here battling for 6th and 7th spot overall. Chad and Kevin both up 17 spots on the day, so strong showing for the two of them. Paul Langer now has got himself up into 8th spot. Currently about 2.2 seconds back in that battle between Sosnowski and Mead for 6th spot. We'll see if Paul is able to close that gap. Paulo ran a 2:42 last lap to Sosnowski and Mead's 2:43 flats. So Paulo about 8/10 quicker that time by. We'll see if he's able to keep the pressure on. That Lambo looking a little more planted now as that dry line starting to show through on the track. I remember the weather forecast when I checked it earlier today was showing rain was supposed to stop just before qualifying or just at the start of qualifying, so we'll see how quickly the track dries out. But it looks like there's starting to be a dry line starting to develop here on some areas of the track that aren't as sloped. We'll see if anybody risks changing to dry tires on their pit stop. Zan and Bykov still battling it out for 11th spot. While they do that, it's allowed Lemke to pull about a second over this battle. So two of them fighting tooth and nail for 11th spot. Kevin Zhu creeping into the back. See him in the blue Lambo with the shark teeth on the front. Waiting to take a bite out of either one of these cars if something were to happen. Kevin Zhu dives up underneath Roman. Oh, they touch a little bit. Zhu gets squirrely, has to gather it up. So everybody manages to make it through, though. Kevin Sue looking aggressive now. He really wants to take that position away from Bykov as soon as he possibly can. He's been watching these guys battle up ahead of him the last couple laps. See Bykov trying to fill up every corner of Zin's mirror. He goes left, goes right. And it looks like again we're going to lose connection with the iRacing server. We'll be back again. Okay, and we're back again. Hopefully this time, racing doesn't boot us again. You see Christopher Diaz off into the grass. Fortunate for him, he was up into P4, pressuring Kenny Teal for P3. See this battle between Bykov and Zin still going on. Although they moved up into the top 10, now up into 8th.
Back to Chad, pass
It's
left.
like Evan Henneman and Christopher Diaz both had some issues. Henneman taking his pit stop early, just trying for the undercut. Chris Diaz in the pits as well, but that car, some heavy damage on it as we see there. Head back up to the top of the field. Jay Warren eking in on the back of Kenny Teal now. That's going to be a battle for second and third. Well, they got Sosnowski and Mead not too far behind. So you see Sosnowski here up 20 spots into 4th spot. Kevin Mead up 18 as well into P5. Paul Langer lurking 1.9 back in P6 just outside of the top 5. As it dries up, we're seeing that Lambo get stronger and stronger. He's got a field of Porsches up ahead of him though. 3 of them up ahead. 4 of them occupying the top 5. So see if Paulo's able to put a little German V10 power in between the German Porsche and the German BMW. In fact, is it our top 13 all German manufacturers? Not till we get to P14 where we see the first Ferrari. You see Warren and Sosnowski now right on the back of Kenny Thiel's bumper. They're going to be looking to pressure Thiel as quick as they can. Looks like they're going to make the move here now. Thiel trying to defend on the dry line. Jay Warren trying to find a way around the outside. Sosnowski thinks about making it 3 wide, thinks better of it. As they head around Blanchimont and head into the final bus stop chicane. See if anybody thinks about making a move here. Looks like they're all... Oh! Kevin Mead goes deep and breaks home, misses the corner. He's going to have a full stop needed there. That's going to cost him a number of positions. He'll get going again, but that's going to drop him back down to 6th spot. So see if Kevin is able to recover quickly off that one. As Jay Warren goes a little wide into turn 1, has to collect it up. We'll see if Sosnowski's able to make a move. As they come up ratty on, see, oh, Jay Warren in that Porsche looking slippery up the hill. So he had to hold on to it all that he could to keep it on track. Sosnowski and Warren are going to battle heading down Kemmel Straight. We'll see who makes a move into the cone. It looks like Sosnowski going to take P3. That moves him up into final step on the podium. Kenny Thiel was able to open up a 1